Okay, that says I'm live there. Why would it have a feature to have you tweet out that you're live, but it wouldn't actually do anything to tweet out that you're live? It just... I find that kind of silly, if I'm being honest with you. I find that kind of silly entirely. Okay, go there. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. We're going to go to here. Cheese and rice, man. I don't understand why YouTube has made accounts different depending on where it is. Like, it doesn't make very much sense. It's not what I want. I want that. Good. That looks like I'm live. Close enough, right? Close enough. We'll share this one because I think that makes more sense. Shop. This is the best part, where I just stare at a phone. Back at it again in the shop, working on the Tony Chopper Pop. Look at that, here we go. Boo 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 boo. Okay. I think... as long as we're still going good there. Kind of just want to see if I'm actually... obviously I was sitting there still for a second, so now I have to wait for myself to... Okay, I think... Days, lovely days. Okay. So. Arms and hamps today, man. Arms and hamps. Can the camera still see it? No, it really can't, can it? I'll kind of see it. It sees like the small topping bits. But I'll bring the camera down here in a second once we start going after it. Yes, so I'm going to be focusing now because we got our lower body and spine all shaped out. I'm now going to focus on the arms and the hamps, kind of exactly in the same fashion and form that we worked from the hoofs up, the fiefs up, through the legs, through the hips. Probably going to be in the same kind of form and fashion, like I said, for our arms and hamps. Gonna start with the hamps themselves. Gonna get them trimmed up, gonna figure out where exactly I want the dimension in that to be. We're gonna get right back on the shaping tools, whether that's the palm sander or something else. And I'm hoping, I think I have enough sandpaper to get us through at least the hamps. If I can get through the hamps, that would be pretty good. If I don't have to go out and go get more, but I have a feeling I will have to eventually get more because I'm not finding any more of that grit precisely in the sandpaper bucket. So we'll make do with what we got. Hopefully, the wood material wood material, the wood bits that make up the hamps and arms aren't as chalked and caked up with the sap that was such a struggle to deal with before. So here's hoping that. Here's hoping that. Okay, so let me hang up my shoes. Can we hang these higher? I think that's a better idea if we hang them higher up, because they won't bump into something then. Yay? Yay. Just like that. Okay. We need to change our day. Gonna even change. Oh, I don't really have a good... Is there any spray of some kind in here that could be used? Gasoline? I don't think that's the proper way to go about doing it, but it's a solvent, is it not? It would do the job. I don't know. Damn. I guess I just need to go run inside real quickly to go get some water. And we gotta hope that water is going to be enough. Ah, lovely days to do it. Okay. We still are kind of in paper and planks, to be honest, but why not switch up our title just a slad bit? Okay. That's not how you draw 5. Man. My mind just got backwards for some reason. Whew. For some reason it wanted to draw it backwards and I can't figure out why. That's a terrible 5. There we go, much better. Hands and arms. Okay, that's good there. Those can go, all this can kind of go over to this area. We don't really need that. I find it funny that, because I got copy struck on one of the videos recently, because my music was playing in the background, and that makes sense. That's something I should have really had a forethought for. But I just thought it was quite interesting, to be honest with you. So hopefully it won't catch itself today, because I would hate for the whole thing to just kind of fall off. And hopefully this stream itself stays live. We've had an issue where it gets somewhat through and then falls off. So we're gonna hope that does not happen. We got three pieces of duct tape here. Oh, that's what it's seeing. Interesting. Can we go farther back? No, I think we're farther back than we should have actually been. Okay. What if I reposition my ladder? Ooh, ladder here. Oh, it's raining debris. Move the ladder to over there for now. And then maybe I can move our camera more here. How does that look? I think that gives us more actual space to see it all, right? Kind of tilt myself. Can I get a tilt, please? Yeah? Do I like that? I think I do. Okay. These don't need to be on the ground right now. Could actually move our fiefs and legs, our hip and spine over to here. It's a magnet. Oh yeah, I needed to do this real quickly. Of course. You know, when you leave something ever so slightly askew, that's when it decides to take the grand leap off of whatever it needs to be on. 15. 5/8 must be up there. And so we're going to shape the hooves. Once the hooves are shaped, we're going to move on to the joints to make sure that the joints fit in them well. And then we're going to move up the arm. So instead of just a single actual joint, now we are going to have to deal with two separate joints. I don't think it's going to be too much of a difficulty, mind, but it is something that must be mentioned because it is something that we're going to have to, in some fashion, deal with. In some fashion, sure. What is this? 5/16. That goes there. 9/16. I assume that's where this one goes, right? They don't have a marking for it on the box, though. How silly. Okay. That. And that. Wrench back. And then all of our bits and bobbins can go in there. Let's make sure this actually closes this time so it doesn't decide to spill itself out. I missed one. Damn. Haha, there it is. Look at that. Okay. Locked. That goes there. Let's move our vice box out. Okay, let us look at our materials for today. Don't want the shoulders just yet. Hamp. And then we have all of our arm material. So, with one of our arms, I already it was the one that I needed to figure myself out to get to where it was. So we do already have one arm that has a nice starting bend. Obviously, now that I have a little bit more control over what I'm doing when it comes to the actual shaping of these parts, I think I should be able to get a bit of a better. But honestly, that's pretty good. The joint itself is staying in the center of our part. And that's the real important piece, because once we take a pin and drive a pin through it, so the pin will most likely be somewhere right there. So once there's a pin through it, it will keep it from, falling out. But then we got our hinge. The rotation here might be kind of an issue. We could just nix the rotation, honestly. But I kind of do want to see if it's a possibility. What that would entail would probably be, if I want that rotation, I don't know actually. I might just have to, interesting thought, I might have to just completely reverse the convex nature that has already been put in there. Or is that concave? Which one it is, I might have to do that so that it has that extra bit of rotation, because that would, interesting, because we have two points of rotation on our arm here. This on the end is where our hamp would actually end up adhering to. And again, you can kind of see the hand is a bit more big than I'd like it to be. I want to see if I can't reduce that quite a bit, I think, because if our fief is this large and the hand is this large, I think we could actually probably dimension this down maybe by 2, perhaps. And it is just going to be a solid hamp. I wanted at some point to have it set up to receive two opposable, articulated cloves. I don't know particularly, but I wanted that. But again, we're going for simplicity right now, so we'll probably just we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. First and foremost, I think it will be important for me to where did I put my Sharpie? There it is. Hamps first. That's the first goal is getting these hands all shaped out here, because it's very important, because it's going to be kind of the not semi-focal, but where the fief are kind of just going to be on the ground. The hamps are the ones that are going to move. So not only are we going to see the backs, the sides, and the insides, they have to then be able to rotate and move. That's why on our arm joint we have both the rotation and we have our hinge, so that we get that full ability to pose and move and hold. So if we had, we'll just use the wrench box as an example. We want, and I don't think this puppet is going to be strong enough to actually pick up something like this, unless it is literally a kind of thing where the hands are here, you kind of rotate them out with the sticks, you bring them down, and then you can put them underneath and then pick them up. Whether the puppet will be able to do something like that, who knows? But the great thing about having both flexion here and flexion here is that maybe I want to do something like this, where the puppet hand kind of goes right here, and then it can also kind of go underneath, and then you can hold it like this, which then you could also kind of rotate it, and so you have the rotating in both of the wrists. Again, there's not going to be fingers per se, and I'd like to have the fingers, because in reality, like if we're thinking about just kind of the Spock hands, if you had it like this, you could have the lower one be opposed, and then you could have them spread out, which would make for a more secured way of holding it. If it's just like down here, if you start turning it this way, it might slide off. If you only have them pressing against the sides, there's always the possibility that it just slips out and down. So we're kind of we're losing the ability to be as accurate with our holding, but we're addressing it with simplicity so that we're not so... I want to get it done. I want to get a good concept down, and then we can go back through and start to change things if there's still time, if there's still applicability, or if the drive is all still there. What I mean by that, for example, is with the legs. Now that I'm looking at my legs, because of all of what needed to be done to dimension them down to fit into their hinge joints, it seems that the upper legs have lost the length that I particularly wanted them to have. Whether that means I need to remake the joint, the limb, the upper leg limb entirely, like I've done 4 times now already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times now already, with 3 mess-ups on my part. What I could do instead of making a brand new one, because making a brand new one wouldn't be hard. We understand what we need to do to get it to that point now, but we've already done the work to create the cup and create that nice hinge, as well as the pathway for said hinge to follow. So what I could do is I could just slice off our cup and our hinge, and we could attach them into something like a PVC. I mentioned I didn't want to do PVC. One, I don't want to be buying more stuff. But I thought the PVC lended itself better to a 3D printed application because you could slot them in. Same principle could be had. We would just have to find a PVC that is the same dimension or close to the same dimension as our cup and our hinge. So we could always go back and change things when we get to that point. That was the main kind of idea I was trying to sell right there on that small little rant away. I do want to try to do what I did with the feet and try to keep these together if possible. And with that, I can then get a nice mirror of how these are going to look. So I think this one is closer to the actual size that we want. And so bringing this other one down into that size might be the first step. I'm trying to line up our hinge input so that we have the same amount of material. That's pretty good there. That's pretty good there. How do we want to start this? Do we want to start by trying to cut down? I think that is actually the good first step. Okay, so first step, before we try to marry them or mirror them together, I'm going to do the hoof cut down. And so I would like a pencil, but my pencils are slowly running dead on me. Maybe I can do a quick sharpening here. Nope. Not the right tool for the job, but I guess even if it's not the right tool for the job and gets the job done, does it not then make it the right tool for the job? Questions, of course, questions. Okay, this can go back in the box because I don't think I'm going to need this particularly today. And the concept is going to follow what we kind of did. I think we did the same thing with our feet, where we're going to just then saw down from the top here. I'm actually going to cut a lot of material off right there. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. I think that's going to be real good. Okay. And so I'm going to kind of hash out what is going to get cut, because there is already a Sharpie line on here. But we're going to go off of the secondary Sharpie line. Yeah. I think that looks good. Okay. So this is our new Sharpie line right there. You can kind of, hopefully, oh yeah, you can kind of see that secondary one right there. I just got to get my head in front of this major source of light. Can we close our door ever so slightly so that we don't have as much light pollution, while also keeping our fan in somewhat area? I guess if we did something like this, where we do... No, because then it gets real hard to get in and out. So I think we'll just do that, and we'll hope this amount, helps disperse light a little bit better. So that is what our first cut is going to be. I'm going to do the pre-cuts, and then we'll cut down like we have been doing. My saw, I think I'm going to need the pull saw, and is it a pull saw? It is. I think it is a pull saw. And what was I calling this? I think I called it a craft saw. I think it is called a coping saw though, so whatever term fits and applies, I guess, is what should be used. Probably going to have to get this a brand new blade eventually, because I did some work on it, or I did some work with it, and I kind of abused it a little bit more than I probably needed to. Okay, what's the best way for us to attack cutting down? I think it will be putting it in ever so. Okay, that's tight. That is tight. Perfect. And again, we're just trying to make our life easier with these first few cuts here. Helps give us a path to follow, helps give us an area that we know we can at least get to, and the wood will pop right off once we get to it. Okay, a little bit more. Like that. Going to flip it. I'm going to do I'm going to attempt to do an angled cut. Can I actually do this first? So I'm going to try to cut here. I'm getting the sense that this saw might be a bit dull. Where is my uncapped one? It will be the workhorse. Perfect. And then hopefully I can use my angle created lovely days. Okay, I think that worked out really, really well. Okay, now we're going to attack it with the craft saw here. Coping saw? I want it, I'm doing it like this, so I want that way, and that slightly that way. And again, having these lines pre-cut into there also shows me if I'm heading in at an angle, if I'm dipping in at the wrong pitch, perhaps. It is a slight bit angled on one side, so I am kind of going a bit angled, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. There's that one. And now we can flip it again. And I think the best way to now approach it is putting it in on the end there. And we will cut towards us. Please stay in the groove. There we go. In the groove. What is causing an issue here, huh? Why are you being so skewy? Do I need to tilt this angle some more? Maybe that will help. Okay. Come on now. No, not that way. There we go. Just need a little bit more overhang to achieve what I'm trying to right here. Almost. Damn close. Days. Lovely days. Okay. That gets us much, much closer to the actual dimension that I want to see. Still rough, obviously, but much closer to our dimension. And you can kind of see that, though unintentional, that nice slope is already kind of giving way to a right or a left, depending on how you see it. Can I get that last little top piece off, or is that going to be a real difficulty for me? Let's see. That in. How would you put that in? Like that. I guess it would make more sense if it was the other way, wouldn't it? Like this. And then I approach it coming in the other way. Okay. Tighten this cat down. Count it. Twill work. Twill definitely work. Okay. I can be happy with that. I can be happy with that. Okay. Now we got to do our other side. So we did it on that side on this one. I wonder if I do it on this side, if I can somehow achieve that same angle issue, or that same angle feature. Can't call it a bug if it's something that you want. Okay, so coming from the top, cutting down like so. Is that too dramatic? No, I think that's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. Okay, let's sharp it up. Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay. So if we want to consider that our right hamf, this is our left hamf. I'm actually going to write that on here now, because I do think, yeah, I think this will be our right, and this will be our left. Okay, This is the side that we're working on. What is the best way for me to have this right now? Okay. I'm going to move that over to there. All of these over to here. Chunks. Would it be better to do it like that, or I think like this? So we're going to go from this angle. Going to tighten our, oops, wrong way. Tighten our vise on this side. Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, back to it. We're going to do our centering cuts. Nope. Come on, man, please stay in the groove. Start a new one. Kind of at an angle. I don't know why it's why I'm doing that at an angle. The grain is actually going across this piece, so I really could just be using the grain as a impromptu straight edge. Good there. Do the same kind of thing here. We're going to cut an angle out. Okie doke. I think that'll be a good start. Let's get it back. Where do we want it for the cope saw? I guess like this. I think this makes the most sense. Or actually, I think this does make the most sense. Lovely. I wonder, can I just go about this with this? Ooh. Big saw on here. Perfect. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Nope. Okay. That goes there. There. Okay. I can be happy with that. Yeah, I definitely can be happy with that. Might have cut too deep on one side there with the first initial cut, but I think it should be okay. And then we can just meld these together like we did the other ones. There is a much more profound material difference that needs to come off, but I don't think that's going to be terrible. Go put that there and there and there and there. Right, left. Okay, what next? What now? Do we... I think it would be a good idea to bust out once again the compressor. See if we can't chunk off. Goodness me, I got sweat and sawdust in my eye right now. There we go. Yeah, I think the compressor is the best bet for us right now, because it will get through the material. It will take a second longer because it has to keep recharging itself, but I do believe it will get through the material, and that's the beginning stages of what I want, honestly, is if I can get through the material, it's a whole different ball game, to be honest with you. Whole different ball game. Where did I okay, there's that. I shall take this. There's that. Whew. It is coming off of me today. Goodness me. Okay. So, what is our best option for this right now? Because that doesn't have that. I thought, didn't I have... Where did our secondary quick attach go? What did I do with that? Did I just scatter it to the wind as I am so off to do? Because that would be a real boon right now if I had that. That'd be a big help. Okay, let's not puddle and pits over it. Let's just get to it instead. I have a semi-working concept of what needs to be done, so there's no need to overthink it. Let me see, make sure there's no blasting. There we go. Gross. No matter. No matter. Let's do this. Let's turn our peacock back off so that it actually fills. That.
that's ready. Our bit is ready. What? Oh, silly me. That to there, and to there. Let's screw it down with our little tiny wrench. Okay, that's tight. Okay. So I have to screw in that one. That's okay. Do we have some Teflon tape around about? I think we do. Hopefully this will cease our issue that we were having with air escaping last time. Hopefully. I did that wrong. Do it this way. I think that will taped up, and hopefully that will make it so that we're not so at a loss when it comes to our pressure situation, because that was definitely an issue that I was dealing with, because the air was escaping out of the tool, and that is not efficient. No, it is not. Okay, so this cap, this goes on here. So this wrench, big wrench, small wrench. Come on now, please. Okay. Hopefully, that will create a good enough seal that we will not have the same issue that we were occurring, that we were at the beckoning limb to the day before. That goes in. Turn it up to about there. Recharges, just tap it with a rasp. I think while I have it, while I still have it in the vise, in the position that it's in, I want to get my palm sander now and attack it. And, not lose what I have already addressed in the situation. So let's see if that helps. There's our first kind of melding together there, getting that nice even shape amongst both of them. So now I'm going to flip it over and kind of do the same. You can see where they differ, how much they differ, but I do believe this idea is working out pretty damn well. Pretty damn well. And then once these are shaped in the way that we've been doing it, I will take the individual ones, we'll flip our palm sander back over like we had before, and we'll just slowly add those nice curves, get rid of some of the coarseness left by the rasps and saws. I think we're on a good path. Okay. I think those look pretty damn good, to be honest with you. There are noted sides, and then once we pop them apart, this being our left hand, this being our, this being our right hand, this would be our left half. Look at that, fellas. Pretty good. Look at that lift. Look how cool that looks. They look real good. I think see that shape. I really like how that shape has come out. Okay. So now, I'm going to flip the palm center over like I said. We're going to do that same thing, where we slowly just kind of shape them out, try to remove as many of our really hard corners that we have on there. Just give them a nice prettying up. One thing I might have messed up on, and I probably should have thought about it, and maybe I do that before now that I think about it, is I have not cut my grooves in there yet. And I do not have that much now. There's not as easy of an ability to hold it in the vise and make that cut. So, that leaves us with a little bit of an issue. Maybe this isn't really do right now. Okay, take this off. Actually, I'm going to turn this back on.